Hello children, welcome to 8th English class. Children, today I am in the topic Lal Bahadur Shastri. That was in your supplementary reading, chapter number 3. Okay, you know who was Lal Bahadur Shastri and his contribution for India as a freedom fighter, right? But we don't know how he was personally, because there are many freedom fighters. We know their character for the sake of the country, but we don't know how they are personally. What was their character and what was the family background and how they are brought up. These are the things we are completely unaware. So here is the such one effort made by the writer to introduce us about the Lal Bahadur Shastri, so that we can know the nature, character and the dedication of a Lal Bahadur Shastri for the country. Okay children, so let's move on with the topic. Page number 163. The story of a one great son of India is told here. That was Lal Bahadur Shastri. Lal Bahadur, who never aspired for a power, became the Prime Minister of India after Nehru. Here the writing says that he never desired, he never kept dream that I want to become a president or I want to become a prime minister. That says that he never aspired in the sense he never expected to be in any position. It means that children, our life should not be any expectation. We should do our duty, we should do our work. Remaining has to left to our God, because depending on our work, God will decide what to give and what not to give. So by expecting that I have done this one, I have to get that one, that expectation proves us wrong and it also gives a disappointment, right? Even I can say, suppose if you are doing your good effort of a reading, you have given your best, so that the effort says that you should be a topper of the school, that effort, but you should not expect that arrogance, that pride should not go to the head, that I will be first, and that confidence should be there, but it should not overheaded. It means that only I will be a topper. Definitely that overconfidence should not enter to your head. You have to do your effort and you should not keep a expectation. If your work or if your effort is 100%, then without expecting only you will be a topper of the school. That is what here Lal Bahadur Shastri has given his best for the sake of the country, and he never had an expectation that I will be any one position and I will be recognized for my position. He wanted to be recognized for on the basis of his work. Is it clear? He wanted to be recognized on the basis of a work that he has done for the nation, and he never expected any position, higher position of the country, but for his work he was recognized and he was made as a Prime Minister of India after Nehru. Then he was by nature calm and cool. The nature of the Lal Bahadur Shastri was very quiet and calm, but could be tough when the occasion demanded. So we cannot expect that if person is always cool and calm, we cannot tell that he always remain as a silent. Even though you exploit, even though you trouble him lot, he will remain quiet. Can we expect that? No, because the situation or the condition make the man to become a tough, right? So here the character of the Lal Bahadur Shastri was very quiet and calm, but if demanded, if it is necessary, means if you observe anything against the rule or anything violence or anything out of the rule, if he observed, if he demanded, if it is demanded, he could be a tough when the occasion demanded. Is it clear? Then Lal Bahadur was born on October 2, 1904. So along with Gandhi Jayanti, it was also Lal Bahadur Shastri Jayanti, because he too was born on October 2, 1904 at Mughal Sarai. He was born at Mughal Sarai. His parents were Sharada Prasad and Dulhari Devi mother. So father was Sharada Prasad, and mother Dulhari Devi. As a boy, Lal Bahadur was brave and kind of full of courage and vitality. So he was, from the childhood, he was very courageous, brave and full of vitality. Vital in the sense like you people, you always wanted to do something. Suppose if any work assigned to you, immediately you are rushed to do it. You cannot postpone. No, today I will do, later I will do, tomorrow I will do. That postpone matter only not there. Immediately you will done the work, right? Such is the vitality, isn't it, children? I hope you will do, right? So here a writer says that Lal Bahadur Shastri is the personality of vitality. Vitality in the sense always with full of energy. Whatever work is told at present, he used to finish and he has to start that work itself. So that is a vitality. Once he and his uncle went for a stroll. Stroll is a walking. So when they both are, his uncle and he, when both went for a walk, one incident was observed. What was that? It was getting dark. Getting dark in the sense almost evening time. An old man who was selling mangoes saw them. So one person, he was selling a mango. So that person, one who was selling a mango, he observed Lal Bahadur Shastri and his uncle. He said, "It is getting dark. I will sell this at 1 anna for 100 mangoes." So that time when around 1907 or 1910, during that time. So that seller, he will come and he will offer that for 1 anna I will give you 100 mangoes. And the vendor started continuing fruit. 1, 2, 3, 4. When he has reached 50, Lal Bahadur asked him to stop. So he said that I have 100 mangoes, that all 100 mangoes I will give for 1 anna. And he vendor, in the sense a seller, he started to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So when he reached to 50, Lal Bahadur Shastri will say, "You stop." And Lal Bahadur asked him to stop. He gave the vendor 1 rupee, 1 anna. Later his uncle asked him why he had done so. So what he will do? The seller told that he will give the 100 mangoes, but Lal Bahadur Shastri took only 50 mango for 1 anna. Is it clear? 1 anna, 100 mango, seller told. Here 50 mango he will take for 1 anna. Remaining 50 he will leave to seller itself. So his uncle will ask, why you did so? Lal Bahadur replied, 100 mango for 1 anna is too cheap. He says that suppose if he sell 100 mango for 1 anna, it is very cheap. Is it clear? Suppose the seller sell 100 mango for 1 anna, it become very cheap. Very cheap in the sense a seller is going to face a loss. So he was prepared to suffer a loss. Who was prepared to suffer a loss? Seller. He was prepared to lose because it was getting dark. It was hard on him. Therefore I gave him 1 anna instead of half anna. This shows how kind Lal Bahadur was. So what explanation he gave? He gave that it was getting dark. It means it was getting a night. So a seller decided that remaining all 100 mango he will sell for 1 rupees. By doing so, he was getting to loss. To stop that he was getting to loss, what I have done? I took 50 mango and 1 for a 1 anna, and I stopped him getting to loss because I don't want to see him getting a loss. So that shows the kindness of a Lal Bahadur Shastri. He was not greedy. If we are in that place, what we have done, children? What would have done? We would have purchased, right? For us what? For us our money is saved. Right, we are a profit, but we won't see what was there in the opposite side. We will go for a bargaining. Have you observed all such kind? So here he don't wanted to face loss for himself. At the same time, you don't wanted that person to get into the loss, so that he has took only 15 mango for 1 ana instead of a half ana. Is it clear then? After his school education, he went to Varanasi and joined Kashi Vidyapita and studied there for 4 years. So, after a school, he went to Varanasi and joined Kashi Vidyapita for a further education for 4 years. As a student, he was very bright in subjects like philosophy, economics, political science and social science. He studied there in Kashi Vidyapita for 4 years. During his education, during his study time, he was brilliant. He was bright in subjects like philosophy, economics, political science and social science. It means that whatever subject offered him to study, in all that subject he was a master. He had to walk 8 miles each way. He was so poor that he could not buy a bicycle. He got a degree in Shastri while he was studying at Kashi Vidyapita. He had to lead a hard life. His monthly expenditure was just 2.5 rupees. See, it says that the student life of Lal Bahadur Shastri was very difficult. Not like us. To get the education, he has to walk for 8 miles. Clear? Not just 1 or 2 miles. He has to walk 8 miles every day, and to go to a school or for any class, he don't have a bicycle to go comfortably and come comfortably. He has to walk going 8 miles and again back 8 miles he was covering. And it was says that in such difficulty also he has completed his education. For getting master in each subject, he was titled as a Shastri and he has got the degree as a Shastri. Then after all that, his life also very difficult. He was poor by background, children, and his monthly expenditure was just 2.5 rupees. Only expenditure I am telling, I am not telling income. His expenditure is just 2.5 rupees. In that time it was so valuable. It was 2.5 rupees. It shows that how conscious he was while spending, because we are conscious in spending only when we are aware of our earning problem. Right, children? If we know the problem of earning, then only we are conscious that how much of our money we should spend for a expenditure. Then only we can know that is the difficulties in earning, so that I should not lavishly spend the money for unwanted things. Then after his education, he joined Indian National Congress and participated with Nehru and Sardar Patel in non-cooperation movement and Dandi March. So after his education, he has joined the National Congress. That was an institution which has established for the sake of the independence. So all the leaders who can assemble there, they can plan for the next plan for the independent. All the strategy they used to plan in that National Congress movement. So what the Lal Bahadur Shastri has done after his education, he has joined the Indian National Congress and he has become coordinated with Nehru as well as Sardar Patel in non-cooperation movement. That was a movement that they went against of a British. Non-cooperation means whatever rules has given by the British or applied by the British, we Indians are against of that. That was called as a non-cooperation movement. Regarding this non-cooperation movement, Quit India movement, I hope you may be read in your 7th social part. Further more detailed, children, you are going to be reading your 10th social. So here just mentioned reference was that Lal Bahadur Shastri was too a part of a non-cooperation movement as well as a Dandi March. Dandi March, you know, the organization or the movement, Salt Satyagraha movement, which was organized by Mahatma Gandhi, and many such leaders are there who are participated in a Dandi March. Okay, he served the country in various capacity as a minister for a home and transport in Uttar Pradesh. The seeing the capacity or the knowledge or the versatility of the Lal Bahadur Shastri, he was appointed as a home minister and transport minister in Uttar Pradesh, and at the center as the railway minister, and he also appointed as a railway minister of a central government, and home minister and also as a prime minister. So totally 4 different designations that he has assumed. One was that home minister, transport minister, railway minister, then the prime minister, all from down to earth. He was very down to earth, and from the down to top he has reached. He has become the railway minister, he has become the transportation minister, home minister, then the last stage that was topmost, that was prime minister. All the designation he assumed for the dedication and his participation in the movement and the dedication for the country. Okay. Then once before independence, Lal Bahadur daughter contracted smallpox. So one of the incident that writer narrate here, in one day before the independence, his daughter, she was affected by the smallpox. In those days it was dreadful killer, right children? You know, many of the freedom fighter, they are died because of this epidemic, that was a smallpox. Nowadays it is a very common, we have a vaccination, we have a precaution, it is not so dreadful a disease. In those days it was considered as a killing one. If the person was infected with the smallpox, it was common that he was going to be died. So in such case the daughter of Lal Bahadur Shastri was suffering. In those days it was a dreadful killer. The girl condition caused anxiety, means the condition of a girl made everyone anxiety, means they all are worried for a girl. Lal Bahadur was in a prison, got a message. So in that time, as I told, he was a freedom fighter, he was kept in a imprisonment by the time of a daughter condition. So he was in imprisonment and he got the message that your daughter, she was suffering from smallpox. He sought the permission of a prison authority to see his ailing daughter. So what he will do, as soon as he get the message, he will take a permission from the jailer. And why the permission? To see the doctor, to see the daughter. He take a permission of a jailer and to see the condition of his daughter, so that he can go and meet her. The government agreed to release on a parole for a 15 days on the condition that he should not take part in any political agitation. So he will go to the jailer and explain the condition that the daughter was in a serious condition, I want to see her. So a government agreed. That time we are in the rule in the hands of a British government. So what the British government has done, they agreed. They agreed that on 15 days, the permission is that for a 15 days we will relieve for the 15 days called as a parole. Now also that system was there in India, children. So they told that they agreed that for 15 days we will release on the condition of a parole, and the condition is that in these 15 days you should not take part in any political agitation. Is it clear? Political agitation in the sense you are released for the sake of your daughter, remember that, and in that sake you will serve, you will work only for the sake of a daughter, and you should not take part in any political agitation. Political agitation in the sense any freedom movement, you should not take part. What he will do and what he will decide. Shastri said, release me on parole without any condition, or else I don't expect parole. He says that if you want, if you are sympathized for my condition, then you have to release me, but don't put me any condition and don't tell me that I should not take part in any of the political agitation. Right? What that it signifies? It signifies that as much daughter is important, the same side motherland is also important. Right? Can we keep quiet? Seeing our daughter in trouble, we are hurried, we are rushed to see the daughter. At the same time, when we are free and we are called for the sake of our motherland, can we keep quiet? Can we keep quiet? No. Here the condition was that you have to serve only for the sake of a daughter and you should not serve for the country in that 15 days. That was the condition levied by the British government. So here what the Lal Bahadur Shastri says, if you want to release me without any condition. Suppose if you are giving a condition that I should not take part in any agitation other than my daughter, I would not take or accept my releasing order. I don't expect parole. The government agreed to release. So, okay, they accepted the condition, they accepted the opinion of Lal Bahadur Shastri and they released him. He came to house. Unfortunately, the girl died on the same day. So, when he was released, same day he come to home to see the daughter. Unfortunately, the day itself the girl dies. He performed all the obeisances. He still had 3 or 4 days of his parole left. So that whatever the ritual or the terms of their after the death, that all he will complete within the 15 days. That was actually 10 or 11 days work after the death. That all he will complete for his daughter because she was dead, and after that performance or after his duty means whatever we have to do for the dead person after the death, that he will complete that all the ceremonies. Then still there are 2 or 3 days is remaining to complete the 15 days. What he will do that 2 or 3 days remaining? He still had 3 or 4 days of the parole left, but he decided to return to prison. So what he will do, remaining 3 or 4 days is there for his releasement, but he decided that again I will go back for a imprisonment. I will not wait for 3 or 4 days. His family pleaded with him. So his family member request that you stay with us for 3 or 4 days, but he refused. Why he refused? He says that, but Shastri said the parole is for the sake of my daughter. She is dead. It is not right that I should stay back. He went back to prison. So he says that I relieved for the sake of my daughter. When my daughter is dead, there is no meaning in staying outside. So my reason of release was being completed. So now I like to go back to imprisonment. It shows the honesty and dedication and as well as the responsibility of a Lal Bahadur Shastri. Is it clear, children? I hope till now it is clear. Remaining part I will continue in the next class, children. You read the lesson clearly and carefully and take care at home. See you soon, children.